This is the Phoenix Focus Axial Style Air Mover. This fan is really designed for companies that are structural drying companies that leave carpet and padding in place. The Focus is really designed to provide high volumes of airflow while doing it at minimal amperage. There's some unique features that have gone into the Focus that we'll go ahead and discuss. If we flip the unit to the side, we'll kind of focus on the control panel at this point. The Focus is actually a 2-speed air mover. You can see that it has a rocker switch, both a high and a low. Adjacent to the rocker switch, you'll see a little red light on here. When the fan is up and running, the light will actually be illuminated. It's a great way to identify that the fan is running on the job by just looking for that red light. If we work our way across the panel, you'll actually see that there's a GFCI circuit on here, or what we refer to as a daisy chain. What this feature allows you to do is to actually take additional focuses and plug them right into this GFCI, limiting the number of power cords that you may need to use on that job. The GFCI is actually rated at 12 amps. If you exceed 12 amps, you will pop the circuit. The nice feature is if you pop the circuit, you will actually be able to reset it right on the GFCI versus tripping it back at the breaker in the client's home. Moving across the fan itself, you'll see that there's also a hour meter built in. This will log the total number of hours that the fan has been in operation. Another neat feature with an hour meter, if you have a concern about your client turning your air mover off, which could be slowing down your drying process, you can simply look at your meter and gauge whether that is happening. As we work our way down on the air mover, you'll see that there's a nice cord wrap. Fits very securely around the front of the fan. As we work our way back to the front, you'll see that the Focus is set up as a 3-blade air mover. The motor itself is an open vented motor. One of the things that makes the Focus a real unique fan is the direction of their airflow. The way the airflow will actually come into the fan is it is drawn in through the back, and instead of all that airflow being dispensed out the grill across all the surface area, the airflow is actually directed to come in and then escape down at the lower right-hand side of the fan, the bulk of the airflow. The purpose for that is Phoenix wanted to make sure that the airflow was going to the affected material. If we're setting it adjacent to a wall, that airflow is being driven down near the sill plate and down the wall itself in an effort to speed dry those materials. That is a unique patented design that Phoenix offers on their fan. The grill itself, as you can see, is a nice aluminum construction. Both the intake and the exhaust side are 16-inch openings. The fan itself, if you rotate again, you'll see that the back side is a little bit higher, so we have a downward airflow to drive the airflow and again keep it low to the ground. As we work our way back, some other features that are important to note on the Focus. The fan itself is UL rated and CUL rated. It runs 32 pounds. The unit is also stackable for storage. By placing the fan on its backside, I can take my next Focus, place it right on top, and it will actually interlock via these little channels built into the mold itself. The last thing that we'll talk about on the Focus, if you look on the side of the unit, you'll see this little cutout or this little threaded end. There's also one on the opposite side. You can take the Focus and actually purchase a aftermarket stand, which is called a Focus stand, and when you take your Focus and put it in the stand, you have the flexibility of rotating the fan and getting that perfect angle that you're looking for, whether it be blowing up at the ceiling or down at the floor. Again, Focus is a low amperage, high CFM unit. It produces over 3,000 CFM. This is the Phoenix Focus.